What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Latch, and today we're going to be looking at UFC Fight Night Lewis versus Spivak. We're going to be looking at the co-main event, Ion the Hulk Cutelaba versus Kennedy the African Savage Nzechukwu. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't. We're putting out videos for almost every fight night and pay-per-view. So if you're looking for content like this, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out. And yeah, let's get right into it. So got Ion the Hulk Cutelaba. He's 16-8-1 draw. He's 28 years old. He's 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. And he's coming off back-to-back losses to Johnny Walker and Ryan Spann. He's going to be going up against Kennedy the African Savage Nzechukwu. He's 10-3. He's 30 years old. He's 6'5" with an 83-inch reach. And he's coming off a win over Carl Robertson. Kennedy Nzechukwu will be the plus 145 underdog, while Cutelaba will be the minus 170 favorite. And yeah, so Kennedy, he's a southpaw striker. He's very, very tall and long for 205. He's 6'5" with an 83-inch reach, which is pretty lanky. He likes to strike, but he did show off his grappling in his last fight against Carl Robertson. He looked much stronger and bigger than Carl Robertson, and that'll be the same in this fight. He was a little slower on the feet, but his power did make up for it. I think in this fight, I'm not exactly sure what the game plan will be for Cutelaba, but I think he should be prepared to stop a lot of takedowns and, fight a safe fight from the distance. Because, Cutelaba, he's kind of a madman, but, he is known for being a heavyweight brawler, but he has grappled a lot in his last 3 fights with a lot of mixed results. He was subbed in his last 2 fights against Johnny Walker and Ryan Spann. So, I think a big question will be what is going to be Ion's game plan this time around. I think if he grapples again, I think he's going to find himself in a bad spot just like he did in his last 2. I just think Kennedy's way too big and way too strong to be held down, kind of like Johnny Walker and Ryan Spann was. Cutelaba has been undersized in all of those fights, including this one. So I don't think grappling will be the answer, especially because we saw some of Kennedy's grappling last fight. And although it wasn't the most impressive, he was strong and in dominant positions a lot of the time. And I don't think Cutelaba will be able to keep him down. But Ion might surprise us. He might be a little too skilled for Kennedy when it comes to being on the ground. But I think his best shot is to brawl. We've seen Kennedy get finished by strikes, and I think Cutelaba's craziness and his erraticness might be his biggest weapon in this fight, but he hasn't fought like that in a long time, especially he's only 20 years old. He's still growing, still evolving. So I have a feeling he's going to grapple, and I think Kennedy stops the takedowns and keeps this fight at a distance. If anything, he finds himself in really great positions when it comes to the grappling. So I'm going to have to say Nzechukwu by decision. I just think in the 3 rounds, he's going to land much better shots. And if Cutelaba tries to grapple, I think it will be Kennedy who will end up on top. Obviously, the odds are pretty close on this fight, and it could very much go the other way. Cutelaba could find a lot of success with the grappling. I just don't think so as of right now. But this is a big test for Kennedy. He's fighting Ion, who used to be ranked. And if Kennedy is looking to get ranked, I think this is I think this is the right step for him to make. But yeah, I got Nzechukwu by decision. Let me know down below what you think. Do you think I'm underestimating the experience of Cutelaba, or do you think Kennedy is next up? Let me know down below. Yeah, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment down below. Go ahead and check out our other videos. We're actually doing every other fight on this same card, including the main event, Lewis versus Spivak. So go ahead and check those out if you haven't. And yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights. Do not forget to tune in. I'll see you next time, but until then, take care.